have a brilliant idea. I can change him. I can just change him. I'll just love on him, and then he'll turn into Prince Charming. I just know that's the answer. That's the answer. Hey love, this is Alyssa. Welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about the fact that we cannot change anybody. We can't change them, y'all. I know that sometimes, like, as women, because we're nurturing, we like to be able to like build somebody up, and but the reality is we cannot change anybody. I was in this group and God gave me this vision that I want to share with y'all. It was of this woman. She was kneeling and she was like grabbing this man. She's like begging him, like, stay with me, change, just change. Like, I know that you can do it. I know that you can be this person that I dreamed of. And she's just like begging, right? And then all of a sudden, I see this woman go from like begging that man to change to letting go and praying, y'all. And as she prayed, I saw like the Holy Spirit. It was just this like white line like walking around her as she prayed. And that was telling me that sometimes we are begging people to change when our posture should be to pray and let God mold that man, because the word says that God is the potter and we are the clay. Okay, we are the clay. We can't mold a man, we can't mold people, right? So our posture should be one of prayer, interceding for that person, praying that they are able to hear from God, that God will deal with that situation, that he'll move on your behalf, things like that. It needs to be a posture of prayer. Like, there has been moments as a wife, like earlier in my marriage, where I was more so like the nagging wife. Like, there's this thing that, you don't like, and you keep poking at it. And eventually what happens is the man will switch it up. But because it wasn't God doing it, it wasn't even like in the right spirit, what happens is the change doesn't last long. That man just changed because you were annoying him. You were pestering him. So a lot of the times we are convinced that, yes, like I did it, I changed him. And then we're surprised when it all goes to pots because it was never sincere. It was never in the man's heart, because that is the root of the issue. It's in the heart. That man's heart did not want to change. That wasn't his desire. That wasn't a part of his will. He was just trying to pacify you so you can calm down, right? So we have to have that posture of praying, getting the wisdom and insight on how to have the tough conversations, how to deal with our relationships with our significant others when there's something that's not, quite right. I would pray for the other person, like begging God to, intervene and stuff. But I never prayed for myself in the situation. I never went to God and was like, what is it about me? Like, am I doing something wrong? I never went to God. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom that I did that. And I've talked about that before on my channel. But y'all, pray for yourself, because a lot of the times there are different soul wounds, like experiences, childhood, things like that, that cause us to be begging for people to stay that actually need to go, whether that's to like in the relationship or that's for them to go to God so they can be shifted and molded within their heart space, y'all. Abandonment, rejection will have you begging for people to stay, desiring people to stay and change when they are just not. They're not going to change. They don't want to change. They don't see their faults. Like, they need to spend that time with God. Be honest. about the fruits. Be honest about what you're seeing. Like, don't be in denial about it. Don't try to, not give them the benefit of the doubt, but don't try to make it look sweeter than what it is. Like, take them for the fruit that they're showing and pray about that and act accordingly. Especially if you're not married. If you're not married and someone is clearly showing you that their fruits are not in line with the character of God, they don't have the fruit of the Spirit, their relationship with God is off, you don't want to be tied to that. You don't want to have your soul be like mingled with that. Like, no, we don't need to change or build a man. We need to wait for God to send the man, for that man to pursue us, and we're able to examine and look at the real fruit and see what it really is. And once you see something for what it really is, you're not going to make excuses for that person, and you'll hold them accountable. Different relationships I've seen where there's a lack of accountability because people aren't being honest about what they see in that person. They're not being honest about the issues, and they're trying to pacify it. So make sure that you have a posture of prayer, that you are getting wisdom and insight on how to deal with the relationship, how to heal yourself, how to heal your soul, rejection, abandonment, whatever it is, and have healthier relationships. I hope that this is helpful, y'all. If you need help with doing the inner work with God and building your faith, make sure to join Faith and Inner Work Academy. It is open, so apply at faithandinnerwork.com, and you can find more information out about that. Until next time, y'all, happy healing.